Today we are here celebrating the life of our mother, Guadalupe Martinez. As someone well stated, the family matriarch finished her race here on earth after 100 years of fruitful living. Her life and grace was a gift that inspired several generations to live in humility and gratefulness. Now let me tell you about our mom. Guadalupe Valdez was born on December 12, 1920, to Pedro Valdez and Isaura Miranda in Michoacan, Mexico. She was raised in a small town of Tamandapio, made famous by the program Chavo del Ocho's Jaimito el Cartero, who often mentioned it on the show. My mom was one of the youngest children of a family with bright blue eyes. Our mother and her sister Magdalena would have to move and leave school after the death of their father, and 6 months later, the death of their mother. Left orphaned, their older sisters Cuca and Esperanza would raise them in Mexico City. They did a great job. Mom was always well-mannered. She was always respectful, articulate, and above all, humble. In spite of so much loss and change in her life, our mom showed strength and perseverance. It is hard to imagine how one could be strong growing up without parents and only having vague yet loving memories of her mother and father. We never heard her speak regrets about her past. Our mother had a destined encounter one day with a tall, dark, and handsome American, our dad, Carlos Martinez. He was vacationing with a family friend who was a priest. That particular priest happened to be our mother's cousin. When our dad saw our mother, he said it was love at first sight. After their meeting, they exchanged letters and pictures, and a proposal for marriage would soon follow. Mom said yes, but since our dad was so far away, she didn't expect the wedding would take place. She even thought of sending our dad a letter that she was not ready to marry, and either the letter never got there in time or was never sent. Our grandmother and grandfather arrived in Mexico with our dad to meet their future daughter-in-law, and thank God Mother decided to go through with the wedding, or we wouldn't be here. I'm sure it was a bit lonely when she arrived in California, but staying with our grandparents and getting to know our dad's large family, many who also lived on Hall Avenue in Belltown, Riverside, made it less lonely. Mom was delighted when her nephew, Roberto Gonzalez, moved from Mexico to live with her and dad. Our dad also provided our mom with a vacation to Mexico City as often as possible. He purchased a station wagon so everyone would fit. This included 5 kids, at times grandma and grandpa, and I remember once my adventurous Nina, my Luisa, our dad's sister. Our grandma, or as we called her, Abuelita Micaela, and our great-grandmother Rosita, were kind to our mother, teaching her the skills of a good housewife and mother. For Dad and us, our mom was a terrific homemaker. There was also always a snack of a tortilla, homemade tortilla with butter when we got home from school, and dinner always ready at 4:30 when Dad arrived home from work. The patio was always full of plants and flowers, and a canary that she named Happiness. Our mom loved to read poetry and to sing Mexican lullabies to us and her grandchildren. Mom always took care of herself and was always well-dressed. She also kept us neat as well, except when it came to haircuts that she gave us. They were bad. Although the disciplinarian, our mom was also very nurturing and loving. She always made us feel safe. She taught us the value of work by giving us chores to do around the house. One being our very first paid job, getting rid of snails at a penny apiece. God and church was our foundation. Church was very important even if we had to walk to Sunday Mass. At an early age, we understood that everything we had was from God and to always be thankful. We had to believe it because all our Christmas gift tags always said, from El Niño Dios, from Jesus. When it came to boyfriends, our mom watched us like a hawk, and she always came up with cute nicknames for them. She had a sense of humor. Both our father and mother delighted in being grandparents. They were there for so many school functions, birthday parties, and babysitting our kids after school. Ito and Ita, as they were called by their grandkids, were so loved. When preparing meals for the grandkids, our mom would use this little can of love spice to lovingly sprinkle over the food. My son Nick said he was a teenager before he realized that the can didn't contain anything, just for love. The significance was very real. When Mom's older sister, Buka, became ill and no longer could take care of herself, Mom and Dad went to Mexico to make preparations to bring her here to live with them. They took care of our tia, until she died. Our mother never forgot the sacrifices our tia Buka made for her. When our dad began to get sick and couldn't do that much around the house, our mom became his nurse and caregiver. She always depended on her faith and hope in God to see her through those hard times. They read the Word and prayed daily, always for the family and those in need. When Dad died in 2005, we didn't know how Mom would take the loss, but amazingly, she remained strong and faithful. She continued to live in her home, a safe, peaceful, and loving haven for all the family. Losing her only son in 2018 was devastating to her, but knowing she would see him again gave her comfort. It is evident that our mother was a strong and courageous woman. She had a lot to live for, a huge, loving family who will always adore her. On June 30th, surrounded by all her loved ones, our mother took her last breath and was ready for the next chapter of her life that has no ending. My sisters and I would like to thank our children and grandchildren for all the love and attention they have always shown Ika. We would also like to thank our extended family and friends for all the love and support we have received. To my sisters, who were there every day with me when Mom couldn't be alone anymore, thank you. Our dad would have been proud. And just like Mom would give God's blessing every time we would leave her side, may God bless all of you.
Please all rise.